glad you're here to listen to wonderful program coming to you. And please don't forget to subscribe or give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Welcome to KJTV again, and this is part 2. We are with Dr. Andrew Maubi. Now we will switch gears to his home county, Kisii. Tell us, Dr. Maubi, yes, what is the status of politics, succession politics? I know we are going to have a new governor in 2022.
Yes.
And some members are retiring. Tell us across, how are you seeing the race? Who is likely to become a governor?
Well, that is a very difficult area to navigate because, as it were, nothing much really has been defined. However, I should be quick to mention that I know there are people who have declared interest in the gubernatorial race, and I've had various formations. The point of concern would be the next person that takes over from our governor, James Ongwae, has to really do better than Governor Ongwae. It doesn't mean that Governor Ongwae has not tried his best, but he has to do better. He or she has to do better, because I'm told there's if you allow me to mention a few people that I know have declared interest in running for governor. There's my brother, a young person from right here in diaspora, Charles Matoke, who has declared interest.
Charles Matoke?
Yes, from Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Janet Ongera has declared interest, the current women rep. I know Professor Ongeri has declared interest. I know Ezekiel Machogu, the MP for Nyaribari Masaba, has declared interest. I know Richard Onyonka, my own MP, whom I ran against in the last elections for Kitutu Chache South constituency, has declared that he's running. I know Simba Arati, the current MP for Dagoretti North, has declared interest. Who else has declared interest? I know Maangi, the current deputy governor, your former friend here, or your friend from here, has also declared interest.
Okay.
There could be more, but I know there's Manson Oyongo, who ran in the last elections, has also declared interest. But as it were, I can tell you, what wins gubernatorial elections in Kisii is more to do with the kind of formation. The formations come this way. You have a governor candidate, you have a deputy governor, and you have a senator. This particular model was, I think, engineered by the formation of Governor James Ongwae, Professor Ongeri, Janet Ongera, and Maangi when they ran. And the formations have been proven to work. So if you're in a less stronger formation, then winning a gubernatorial race is difficult, because there's power in synergizing or building synergy. Because, for example, I can tell you, I know there are people who are saying that currently they've seen maybe people like Simba Arati work together with Honorable Momoima Onyonka. I know there are people who say Senator Women Rep Janet Ongera is close to Ongwae and Professor Ongeri. There are people, the other formations that I do not know. I do not know who Charles Matoke will run with, but I know I have seen posters run around that he could be running with probably Donya Toto and as a women rep or whatever, as deputy governor. I know I've been thrown even myself to the same mix. But as it were, probably we look and see if my Kitutu people send me to the county, why not? If they say...
so you are also intelligent?
I don't know. I don't know.
You want to run for governor?
Some of these things, you know, are defined by the people. You look at their language and see what they say. But I'm more comfortable as a person, as it were, now, because I know it's almost decided that I'm the next member of parliament for Kitutu Chache South constituency. I know I have able competitors that running against me, but
Now let us
more definite.
let us more look on how the Kisii people
Okay.
elected their leaders.
Mm-hmm.
I think every seat they have some implicit criteria which they look at.
True.
And maybe we can draw at what they looked at settling at Ongwae first.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think they settled at Ongwae?
Well, like I said before, even for the presidential race, popularity is very key. Like, are you known? You know, there's something we talk about.
I thought Ongwae wasn't known.
No, he was known. Let me tell you, I think the guy did a few things. The governor had done a few things in Kisii, especially to the teachers' fraternity. And I can tell you from my research, the people who determined who became governor in 2013 were teachers. You know, teachers are people who are looked down upon, and we probably would fight for their rights better. But they defined a lot to do with Ongwae's election in the first election.
Good.
Right?
Now,
so popularity, of course...
It came from there.
Of course, in Kisii, and I think many parts of Kenya, sadly, people would look at how much money you say, you know, there are portion meals, they call portion meals. In our language, it would come out better. In Ekegusi language, it would come out better. Ogosia, you know. But that is a sad way of looking at things, because we end up leaving out leaders who can perform simply because. Let me ask you a question: a 20-year-old person, how do they get money to, you know, to sort of bribe? Voter bribery is, you know, goes on a lot back at home. And it's a sad state, even as I talk about it here. You can continue doing the right thing, and you end up not getting the seat. So what do you do? In my view, do what the Romans do. Get there and implement the change from within, right? Okay. And that is what, as a person, I would do. Give people what they want. Get in there, then implement the change from, have a spillover effect from the good things that you do, so that, but we would probably need to get to Parliament at some point, or if we don't, then we send other people, God forbid, of course, and send them to implement or come up with a law that would be more stringent on voter bribery, because I believe the current laws are not stringent enough.
But in 2013,
yes,
there is one scholar who had done an analysis of how people voted in various counties. And in Kisii, it was found to have been what they call a negotiated democracy, that they practice, they coined the word negotiated democracy, whereby the Kisiis, as much as they talk one language, but they live in their own sub-tribal cocoons. So I think maybe 7, I don't know.
We are 9.
The 9 clans.
We are, say, 9 from Kisii County and 4 from Nyamira.
Yeah, and then they had to distribute some seats. And that's why that strategy worked. ODM 2013, they did very well. And as I say, that was under the chairmanship of Kisii. Okay. That's why they listened to what people wanted. The seat of the governor was new, and then he's like, they listened to what people wanted. Oh, they say they didn't want a politician to be a governor in the first place.
However, I should tell
no.
Governor Ongwae has really grown to be a serious politician.
But first, when he was elected, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They wanted. They didn't want a politician, and I think people like Chris Obure, who were ODM, then they listened to their voice, and then they said okay. Then they found Ongwae, and then they brought him in, because even if he had tried to be a member of parliament, he was not a member of parliament. He came in. Then they distributed these seats. The people of Obasi, they were given something. I think the senator.
Yes, yeah.
Then the majority of people were given the deputy governor.
Yeah.
Nyaribari, they were given, was it women rep? What was that? They had that time. I think they were 2013.
I don't quite remember
who was the... No, the women rep went to Bonchari.
Bonchari, yes.
But I don't know what was in Nyaribari.
No, it was about
Speaker.
It. Yeah, but now top seats.
No, yeah, it was
yeah,
it was one of the
yeah.
the top seats, and then the people of South Mugrango were supposed to have a county secretary.
Okay.
Which they never got. So they negotiated like that, and I think that formula seemed to work, and that's why they were able to deliver all those seats. So what do you see? Have they abandoned that arrangement?
They haven't. Even currently, actually,
Mm.
you remember even in the last elections, 2017,
Okay.
Professor Ongeri's entry really helped the winning team a lot,
Yeah.
right? Because you look at Ungwaya, who comes from the Kitutu region,
Mm-hmm.
Kitutu North and South, that is. Then you look at Senator Janet. She was a senator at some point. Who comes from Bobasi.
Mm.
Then Professor Ongeri from Nyaribari region. Then of course Maangi from Bomachoge.
Yeah.
That's still regional balance.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Kombo, who comes from pretty much South Mogirango.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the county secretary. I don't know. I wouldn't.
It went to Kitutu again.
I don't know. I wouldn't really know.
No, but I think maybe they came to realize it's not just a seat you give out like that.
Just someone, yeah.
But then now the people
the
people who are not benefiting
but
now.
The negotiations are still centered on which
yeah,
region
but that's
yeah.
exactly now.
Yeah.
Now tell me about any of the formation. I mean, I don't want that. So you cannot talk as an individual governor.
You can't.
So do you have any formation in which
so
you have
far,
had?
No, so far the formations that I know about is that people are still talking. You can't really define and say.
So there is no front runner.
Actually, when I was mentioning the governor candidates, I forgot Chris Mogereo Bure. I think he's running for governor. So I do not know. But you look at, for example, Bobasi now, seems like it has 3 candidates. You have Senator Janet Ongera, the women rep. You have Simba
Arati, yeah.
Then you have Obure from Bobasi. Bomachoge, pretty much you have only Maangi, right? Running as governor, at least who has shown interest.
Yeah. South Mogirango, there
is Oyongo. And
Omingo Magara.
Yeah, actually Omingo Magara from I forgot him also, but I know he has even told me as a person that he's running for governor. Now the thing is, when you have now Nyaribari, you see we have Professor Ongeri, we have Machogu Ezekiel, and I can tell you the problem that we now have from Kitutu, the only person running for governor is my own member of parliament, Richard Onyonka.
No, you see now, this is where it is.
Yes.
The Kitutu are not supposed to even be dreaming.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. Let me tell you.
That's according to the convention.
I know, yes, we do complain, or we have complained about, even Richard Onyonka has talked about this before, that we complain about Kikuyus always getting. We don't want to end up in that situation. However, why I am against this particular analogy is because if Richard, for example, the member of parliament, my member of parliament, doesn't run now, then it means in the coming years, then you will have Kitutu because I have an interest. I can tell you, after I run for member of parliament, and God willing, I win this seat in 2022. I will most certainly, because when I was running in 2017, my interest was I be a member of parliament for 10 years. Now I'm a person who keeps my word. If I get this in 2022, I'll still run in 2027. So suppose that is the time when Richard wants to run. So it means that Kitutu people.
So you are advocating Richard to run so that you don't want him to compete with you.
He should run because what does he lack? What does he lack to run? I mean, you know.
But Richard seems...
We have very strong
but let
candidates.
me tell you,
Yes.
Richard seems to understand the politics in Kisii.
Okay.
And you know, he does not mince words when he says clearly. He really wants it, but he sees an obstacle there. And
Yes, but the issue is, you know, like Nyaribari, I can tell you, if we were to use your own words, negotiated democracy, where we say Kitutu people have gotten something, even if it's not both regions of Kitutu that have gotten, at least Kitutu has gotten. If you use that particular analogy, then the three candidates that are the front runners from Nyaribari, who is Charles Matoke, Professor Ongeri, Ezekiel Machogu, who's the current member of parliament for Nyaribari Masaba, if they both say, if they all say that we are all strong, or we can negotiate and say let's have one person, then most likely you never know what happens in Nyaribari. The same thing applies to people of Bobasi area or region. Senator Janet Ongera, then you have Simba Arati, then you have Obure. These people at some point it would do them good if they negotiate, sit down and say, let's look at various, you know, things.
No,
but
it's
okay.
It's
very difficult.
It's okay. Not what we say.
Yes.
These other people can go fight for the seat. But now, you should be looking for even deputy or a senator or, you know.
Well, since I am not running as a person for any of the three top seats or four, you know.
But you can have them convene and tell them, hey.
Agreed. If we feel like, honestly, I believe in a system where you let the people decide. But as it were, it's good to be sensitive. So when you're sensitive, it doesn't mean that you also sit back and say, let's give them. No. People have got to show us that they are ready for it. You understand?
But really, and you know, you have to choose somebody who is electable.
Yes.
And you said one thing of our track record.
Yeah.
Somebody who can deliver.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Some of the people you mentioned, some of them, majority have been 8 members of parliament.
Yes. Yes.
So we can really look at what they
have
their
done
constituents.
Before. And I can tell you we have very strong people there. Almost equal chances. There are those who are, of course, better, but all governor candidates, in my view, that we have now, there's gonna be a big dilemma. Actually, most of them are, for example, our friends, my friends. So there's gonna be a big dilemma, but there comes a time when you have a stand.
I think implicitly there is going to be an elimination method.
True.
That seat, governor, is not something the Kisii people take lightly.
Very lightly. Especially now that they learned what it means. Remember in 2013, people didn't know.
People didn't know.
There was also fear of the unknown.
And actually,
go setting up systems.
And actually, sometimes I feel strongly like we should have like the Kenya Institute of Management or something. Should have some curriculum, at least somebody who's running to be a governor.
Actually.
We have to have a certificate before he's cleared, at least he understands.
True.
Because people came to office, they didn't even know what to do.
Actually, the first time governors really did very well because he was implementing systems from zero.
They didn't have a
system. You sit in an office like this, in a studio like this, and all you have to figure out, what is to be done here.
Yeah. It was,
so they did very well.
They tried. I mean, I know some counties even took 2 years to put structures in place. And so it's not just something for anybody to come.
True.
So we don't have any formation. It's only, and I think a majority of people have just come out so that they can be found on a formation. Maybe they will be told,
True.
You can do this, you can deputize like this.
Yeah.
So let's come to Nyamira.
Okay.
About the governorship in Nyamira.
Well, there are various people. I can tell you Nyamira has a history. You remember recently we lost a governor. God rest his soul in eternal peace. And Governor Nyaribo took over. And I have not had many complaints, but you've seen conflict, especially because of the transition for the next elections.
Yeah.
You know, one of my party members and a member of parliament for Borabu is also running for governor, Ben Momanyi. There's Nyambati who has declared interest. I know the current or the incumbent has declared interest. And if you have studied well, the choice of deputy, Gesami, was informed by the, you know, I can tell you for succession's sake, right? You remember, he was nominated the first time, rejected. Then they waited for some time to go probably to negotiate with the MCAs who were in charge of, you know, scrutinizing his name and vetting. And there he is. He's now the deputy governor on the succession.
On the succession.
In the future.
Okay.
So, but...
so Gesami might run?
As deputy, probably. I don't know.
As
right?
a deputy?
Yeah, he's the current deputy, right? So...
What if he wants to run as a governor too?
My view and feeling is that the choice of the current governor, Nyaribo, was probably out of negotiation.
Oh.
Because maybe if they shared and they said, well, I can continue being governor here, but next time still we run the same way.
Okay.
Yeah, so please come be my deputy governor for now, because it will be very hard for you to be a deputy governor for a few months. Then you want to run for governor. I don't know. If he has that vision, why not? We are yet to see, but it looks like, I don't know, it looks like there are two major contenders for purposes of being fair. Any of them can win without mentioning names.
And we don't seem to have this mode of negotiated democracy in Nyamira as much as it is in Kisii.
Actually, because you remember, they may not really be having formations, but who knows? Maybe they're gonna copy.
Maybe they've gotten a copy. Yeah. You don't know. Now let's come to other seats, more especially the senator, women rep, and what? Yeah, those from
well, senator seat sometimes is considered just being there.
It's a byproduct of
you know,
a negotiated democracy.
Anyone can go and grab it.
Okay.
I know, like in Kisii County, that's where I'm well versed with. There are several people that have declared interest. A young man called Duke Mainga Echate. Those that have come out openly. This guy is a minister in the Kisii County government for sports, youth, and culture. Then there's Okengo, Okengo Nyambane. He's a UDA guy who has declared interest.
From which constituency?
It comes from Nyaribari, I think. I'm not so sure, but I think it comes from Nyaribari. Duke Echate comes from Bomachoge. So those are the guys that have declared interest in the senatorial directly, that they are going for senator, regardless of which kind of formation that they are going to.
They're going to.
Women rep, I'm not so sure, but I know and I don't know. You know, based on formations, we have people like Donya who ran in the last elections. Doris Donya Buri, who ran in the last elections as women rep. I don't know whether she goes for deputy governor or the same seat.
Okay.
Even for MP, you know, nothing prevents anyone from running in any of those. I know there are ladies like Okenyuri Esi from UDA who has declared interest. Lillian, there's a Lillian who also ran in the last elections. I don't know about Otara because she ran for MP of Bonchari the other day. I don't know. So
anything can happen.
Yeah. So those are pretty much like it. Then for Nyamira, Senator Okongo, then there's, you know, there are two Okongos.
They're very confusing.
So
they should look for different seats.
I don't know who else has declared. Actually, in Nyamira, there's a friend from diaspora called Henry.
Henry Ungeri. Yeah, he's from here.
Yeah, he's running for governor. Of course, I've heard his name on the ground, which means he's trying to work things out. probably it's time for him to probably around December, January, now to fully be on the ground and run with the other guys, and we see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. So to you, what kind of governor would you like to see, other than what people look at?
Well,
would you
I would like to see a governor who shuns corruption and who's development oriented, and whose managerial skills are above board in terms of try to come up with a lean kind of government, county government. It's not about us spending money only on recurrent expenditure, but trying to increase in development expenditure, because the reason why there is devolution is to see that the regions that we come from are developed. We cannot develop by incurring money only in recurrent expenditure.
That's true.
Because that is only for consumption.
Yeah, actually.
And you see, development actually helps in building an economy of that particular region. So the kind of governor I would like to see is someone who's also not greedy. So, that we can talk about people who want to get even development money for their own gain. How? They have their own companies that run developments so that they're able to gain directly. That's really moral, right? You should give probably other people an opportunity, provided there's quality on delivery of projects, so that we're able to develop our regions better.
There is one issue which actually you, as a young aspiring leader, which you really need to address. In Kisii, as Raila Odinga said one time, is becoming a rural slum. What advice could you give to the county leaders, including yourself? What can we do from preventing Kisii becoming, because of our population? If you see, we are dotted with settlement everywhere. It's like Kibera now, in a slum.
In my view, it may not really be, in the short run, it may not be an issue of real concern, because guys from Kisii are very entrepreneurial. They are guys who are adventurers, guys who are go-getters, and I can tell you from the things that we have done ourselves, even yourselves here in America, that we do not really depend on our ancestral land. I can tell you, as a matter of fact, like for my case, where I come from, if I want to build another house, I have no place, unless I buy my own and things like those. So I would encourage our people to try and not restrict ourselves to living in Kisii, because yes, we were given everything else. We were given fertile land, we were given rains or rainfall, but we were not blessed with a lot of land. And we can't tell people to stop getting children, because that could be an option. It's just to tell people to try and lead a quality life, even if it's not directly in Kisii. Doesn't mean that you forget where you're coming from. Try as much to fight for development of that area, so that we also have probably, like other areas, we can move from status of owning personal land to having community land, so that you're able to not to develop that place to become a slum, as Raila did.
Yeah, but then, you are able to live outside because maybe you were fortunate, you got a job, but remember, majority of people, if you are not successful in school, you get a job outside, you would have still to depend on that land. What policy can you try to implement as a leader in Kisii to fight this rural slum? Like, what policy?
In my view, the policy would have to be geared towards creation of wealth. How do you create wealth? Ensure, for example, if the small land that people have, come up with a plan in which you can be able to probably provide finances and help, so that people from a small portion of land, they're able to probably get more agricultural produce, so that even when they sell, they become more productive. That way, you're not limiting people to only food to eat. It can be food also for gaining income.
Okay.
Yeah, but that can only come by a leader who's focused to provide help, so productivity can be able to be enhanced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice having you. I
You
don't
could
know if
ask
you
me
have
about
it.
my own seat.
You want to talk about your
Yes.
seat? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so as we plan for the general elections that are coming, we are determined. We are not greedy people. I'm not a greedy person, as you know, but this is to be seen by the people themselves. I know, you know, when you become a leader or an aspiring politician, there's a lot that people do their research on you about.
Okay.
That's when you're told where you come from and how your mother did not get you, you know, at your place. And that is when you're told what you did years ago. Maybe you killed another person.
Yeah.
And things like those. So we are waiting to see how to be given a chance to lead our people. And leading means that we're able to show people how to fish. Yeah, one of my agenda that I really hold passionately is how are we able to really empower young people? How do we empower young people? I can tell you, lobbying is one thing. As it were, we are trying to discourage that. But like I said, before you change something, you have to do it from within. So I look forward to a situation where I get to Parliament and be able to legislate pro-youth kind of laws, so that we're able to get our young people, even the share of national government jobs that are there. When you hear things like government has created 500,000 jobs, how do they get to our people? You have to lobby. How do you get even development? You have to lobby. So it's not only restricted to legislation, but also lobbying for these positions. So that you can
now that you have made me remember,
yes,
you are a commissioner with the Kenya Meat Commission.
Yes.
What have you done?
I can tell you as a commissioner, while a commissioner at Kenya Meat Commission, I have before lobbied for those positions, and I know I'm on a digital platform, but I cannot shy away from saying that everybody else does that, and I can tell you I so far in that particular commission ensured that people from 6 guys from my constituency, 1 girl and 5 boys or young men got chances to serve our country in that region.
Now that, what value did you add to Kenya Meat Commission that you can say as a young man?
Well, as a young man, I made sure that the financials and even how staff reporting of our finances was improved.
Okay.
I can tell you that as a young man at the commission, we have changed how things were being done in terms of accountability. And, you know, if I was able to deliver on those and ensure that, you know, supplies were being made in a more transparent manner, then it means we brought a difference in our country. And I'm proud to say that I served the commission in a more dedicated way and provided my value for the nation that I so much love.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So we wish you the best in your election.
Thank you.
Hopefully next time we have you on the studio, you will be the member of parliament.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, so we will stop here.
Thank you
very much. And